talking about these lines. The yellow line is what we call the shaft line. Basically goes from the club head through the shaft in your hands, sort of through your midriff there, and that's the angle that club's going to sit on, which is absolutely fine. The blue line now is what we call the swing plane line, and we're trying to swing that golf club underneath this line. So if we were sort of on a vertical position there now, so this blue line was sort of horizontal, you'd be swinging the club around like a sort of helicopter propeller, going around your body. Now what you were doing in the past was your hand position was okay, but the club now we can see has gone through that blue. If we extend that blue line, that club's gone through that blue line in a very sort of steep upright position. Okay, now the problem was when you try to change this, sometimes you swung the club a little bit too far behind here with your arms, and you'll see it just a little bit now. The angle of the club, okay, is much better, you can see, but your hands are just below that yellow line. Ideally you want those hands sort of be in between those two lines. If you get a little bit too much this side of the yellow line, we'll tend to top it. If we get the club too upright, we'll tend to thump the ground. So what about angles golf is? This is why I think golf appeals to a lot of different people, okay, because the angles, almost the science and the math sort of thing comes into it in some ways. But getting the club being on a better angle, a more efficient angle, when you then come back to the golf ball, we can swing it back, good strike as we can see, and we get the ball nicely down the fairway as you can see. The only thing now is that body now is not really sort of twisting through. At this point here now, the right foot kind of sort of pivots around on its toe there as like a sort of an afterthought as the club just gets swung past. It's not really a twist through, and again, a lot of that comes from if you miss it the golf ball. We often find people sort of look at the golf ball and focus on the golf ball rather than just, okay, let's just swing and twist through. They try and stay fixated down there rather than seeing where the ball's going to go and twist through it. And a lot of your practice swings, especially, you make a practice swing and you just sort of swing your arms back and don't do anything. It's more of an arms up and down swing, which will encourage this swing on the left-hand side here. It's getting that club to swing on a more efficient angle. So a good drill, like we said, if you stand to the golf ball vertically with the club out in front of you, so what we'll say, if I clear all these lines, you'd have your sort of spine angle straight up, and the club now would be sort of, your arms would be down there, and the green line, the club would be out there like so, obviously your head so, and then here's my poor version of a stick person. There you go. So we stood something like that, and you just try and swing that club. Now, so if we put a blue line there, you try and swing that club underneath. So this green line now would be sort of swinging around your body, going around here and underneath this way throughout the swing. You wouldn't want to be lifting the club up here to then chop down. And it's that change of angle up and down that was causing your lack of distance. You weren't swinging the club on an efficient angle. You were basically chopping across it. So in terms of, like, say, a tennis shot, if you chop across from high to low, it's a drop shot, isn't it? You lose power and forward momentum. So the ball's not going to go as far. We want to swing that on that, in the case of a racket, or in the case of golf, a golf club, on a more efficient angle around your body. Okay, so you can practice that move from a vertical position. Just make sure there's nothing behind you, because you're going to swing a lot more behind the club now. I won't dink anything behind you on the wall there. And make some swings. They're just getting used to that club being sort of under that blue line there, sort of level with your sort of your top of your neck there and so on. You're swinging underneath rather than lifting up to us. This club here now we can see is a very steep angle. If we compare your angle here now, it's a lot flatter. But just make sure we don't move the arms backwards to try and swing the club behind you. We're just taking the club now from that position and just changing the angle. Okay, it's not moving your arms further backwards. Does that make sense? And I understand the concept of that one, yeah? Good. Hit a couple more then, and then we'll finish things off. Okay.